Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For today's preview, it is Stormers versus Leinster. Stormers looking to bounce back. Both teams actually looking to bounce back from losses last weekend. Stormers a shock loss against the Ospreys at home, whilst Leinster, a very weakened Leinster, went to Ellis Park and got a bit of a hiding despite dominating a lot of the stats you'd want to dominate across a rugby game. And it'll be very interesting to see how this Leinster performance looks this weekend. More changes to the side, but a couple of players who played last week will still feature. And Stormers have brought in a couple of big players to ensure they do get maximum points this weekend and don't stumble in that race for the top 8 playoff positions for URC, as well as a place in the Champions Cup next season. Before we look at the two teams, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the Stormers, and Salman Murat moves back into the side and will captain them in at the front row. There are 2 changes. Brock Harris will continue. He'll make his 150th appearance for the Stormers. Absolutely mental when you think about how long he's been playing and the fact he's still going and still producing big performances as well. Joseph Weber, however, and Netlin Bashir do come into the lineup to start next to him. It's a new lock pairing in Salman Murat and Ruben van Heerden, probably the strongest lock pairing. And a bit of a new look loose trio. Ben Jason Dixon and Marcel Tennyson come into the side and will start next to Evan Ruiz, who was one of the few players who really pitched up last week and put in a decent performance. Despite being, for the most of it, outclassed by Ospreys. Hershey Yankees will start as well, and he'll come in and partner Marlon Liebach. Ben Loder, Slayman Hartenberg, Warren Khalat will remain in the back 3, but Dan du Plessis, who has just signed a new contract at the Stormers, he will shift to outside centre to accommodate Damien Willemse, who will come off the bench and will start at inside centre, which is where I think he is the best. Off the bench, it will be Andre Hugo Venter, Quenzo Blosser, and Frans Malherbe as the reserve front rows. They have gone with the 6-2 split, as is very common with the Stormers. That will feature Connor Evans, Ville Engelbrett, and Hachiwa Diamani. So plenty of explosiveness and physicality coming off the bench. Then Stefan Angura, I want to see the similarity, the 2 backline replacements there. If we look at Leinster, they have made quite a few changes. It's still a very different look to last week, let alone the normal team that you might see from a Leinster. So if you look at the lineup, there is Michael Milner, John McKee, and Michael Alatoa. So it's a brand new front row. Arguably a bit of a stronger front row in many ways, I suppose. When you look at some of the experience of Milner as well as an Alatoa. Brian Deeney, Jason Jenkins will continue that lock pairing, 2 very quality players. Jason Jenkins is international quality and will be looking to try and make his mark. Reece Ruddock comes into the starting lineup, will partner Scott Penny and Max Deegan to complete the pack. Cormac Foley and Sam Prendergast come into the side in a new look halfback pairing. Rob Russell, Liam Turner, Henry McCurleen complete the back 3. Charlie Ties next to Ben Brownlee, who shifts from the wing into the centre. So a bit of positional switches in the back line rather than personnel, at least in the centres and the wings. And then if we look at the bench, it is Gus McCarthy who will make his Leinster debut should he come on. And nice to be able to make a debut next to the likes of Ed Byrne, who's got 100 caps for Leinster, and he'll come on next to him. Thomas Clarkson, the reserve tight Ted. You then got Connor Tierney, Dermot Mangan, Finton Gunn, and Charlie Tector and Martin Maloney completing that Leinster side. It's not a Leinster side that a lot of people will be very familiar with, but not a Leinster side that should ever be underestimated. The Lions, in many ways, were dominated for certain parts of last game, but thankfully, because they had such a good defence, it weren't really punished for it. But Leinster enjoyed a lot of possession, a lot of territory as well, had some very nice moments, and it weren't for probably the Lions' best defensive effort of the season. They very much could have come away with a result. And the Stormers, well, they won't be feeling very confident going into this weekend after losing to a side that they expect to beat in the form of the Ospreys. But as the top 8 battle gets more and more intense, they cannot afford to drop any more points. So pretty much playoff games for them from here on out. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please give me your score predictions as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'll chat to you soon.